Hey folks, welcome to our channel, Family Treasures Metal Detecting. We want to take a minute just to say thanks for clicking on this video. I've always thought, you out there that watch our videos, you have the choice of about 1,000,000 metal detecting videos, but you stomped on this one. We just want to say thanks. And so this is our, of course, as you saw the thumbnail, our year-end wrap-up for 20 and 21. This here, what you're looking at, is just one of our wall displays that we have in our home with some pretty cool things in it. And not all this was found in 2021, but we're going to feature some of these things here in a second, and then also in our other cases and displays. Before we even get started, just want to take a minute to say thank you again to everybody that has subscribed and tagged along with us for this whole year, and we hope you have a blessed 20 and 22, and hope that you'll again tag along with us in this coming year to see what we can what kind of treasures we can dig up. But in the meantime, we'll get right into this one. But if you haven't subscribed already, would you consider doing so? It's free, don't cost you a thing, just a little bit of your time. It helps us out, and you get to see some awesome history again dug up out of the earth. So, hey, that said, let's get right into this wrap-up video for 2021. All right, thanks. Let's go. Bye.
Came to this country in search of a dream, with the means of a pauper but the heart of a king. His spirit held riches and treasures unseen, but he never known love in his life. So when things got troubled and too hard to take, he tipped his hat to the ladies, bid them good day. He packed his belongings, went on his way, saying, I think I'll just journey on. Special hid deep in her eyes. Promised to love her, she'd be his bride, and he finally knew love in his life. But life brought them troubles he never planned. Hat full of sorrow, plays a hard-working man, but his troubles seemed distant. She held his hand, and together they just journeyed on.
All right, folks, here's another clip of my Zinkins for the year. And I'm sure I'll find a few more once them probably can hear those pennies tumbling in the background. And so I always miss some, as you can see. I did these, and then after they tumble, you find them. So covered in dirt and stuff, it's hard to tell sometimes. But anyway, that's my Zinkins for the year. Quite a few holes represented right there. All right. Catch you later.
Hey folks, welcome back. I just wanted to highlight my clad and my coppers, and there's some zinkers in there as well for the year-end wrap-up type thing. And of course I'm hooking this in with my best finds and all that, but just thought I'd include a couple clips. You've already seen my zinkers there, and I poured them out, but ended up with about $84 in silver clad. And I got a lot more. I took at least 2 handfuls and used those to encourage my grandchildren, and I'll just stop there. But I don't want to give everything away, if that makes sense. And then I got a couple jars. I think I ended up with like $7 and 9 pennies. I don't count them. I count out 100 and then I weigh them, because it just is a whole lot easier, and let the bank do the rest. But I'm going to show you my my wheats for the year. So here we go. This is my wheat penny collection for the year, and keep in mind some of those, quite a few. Well, if the homeowner wants them, I give them to them.
And then also I have a book that, you know, I try to find all the dates, and so if I find the, you know, one I'm missing, about, you know, got them full, but I got 2 books I'm doing, and anyway, you know, there's some inside. All right, well, hey, that's it for, you know, this part of the video. Hope you stay tuned for the rest, and check out some of the great finds for the year and all that. But anyway, whatever time you're watching, day or night, I hope you have a good one. All right, bye. All right, folks, we're going to start up here. These are linotype sets, type set. It's kind of hard to describe, but it's part of a printing process. And if you want to know more, I just would suggest you Google it, because it's really hard to kind of explain. But I found one last year, one this year in the yard. That's my Chuck E. Cheese collection there. I found a few of those this year, not very many I don't think, but maybe 1 or 2. Copper coins, these are here. You'll see some in my other case over there, but they are there because they say 14K or 18K. Someone got snookered back in the day, and then they got the extra gut kick because they got lost. This is my Weebles Wobbles but Don't Fall Down toy, if you're old enough to remember. Found that in my own yard, but not this year. Let's see, that's a National Aeronautical Space Museum souvenir, quite common. This says worn since on both sides, some kind of token. And man, if you know anything about that, I'd sure like to know more about it. Down here is just my dog tag collection all the way across, as you can see. But these here I found this year, 1918, 1919. That style right there, found about 7 or 8 in one yard, gave the couple to the homeowner. Found that one in the same yard as well, 1941. That little guy right there is like a, out of maybe a, what's it called, Cracker Jack box, but not sure, I never could really figure it. Alright, my video keeps stopping. That's the second time it's did it, about in the same place, but I was just focusing on this little guy. I think he may be like a Cracker Jacks thing. Let me go up here and look and see. I don't really see anything. Oh, I got some toe taps. I know I found at least one of those this year. Going down here, I don't really see anything that was this year that I really want to highlight. Again, I found, you know, quite a few. See the ones leaning up against the side. Those, you know, kind of looks like the Red Cross symbol. I found all 3 of those this year in the same yard, and so it's kind of cool. All in the kind of same area too. So anyway, it's kind of weird. All right, just kind of highlighting some stuff here. I found that Eisenhower Dollar. I put it in electrolysis. That's why it turned out that color. But I found that in my own yard, but wasn't this year. There's a Palmer writing system thing. I don't know if that was off a button or a little pin or something like that, but that was found this year. Found some of the hem weights you see there this year. That was one that was different size. I've usually find size 4, but this one says A3. That little brooch right there, very pretty. I found that this year and at the captain's house, if you're familiar with that video, if you watched that. I found one, I think, Sacagawea this year. I've got a couple, but I don't know if this is the one I found. I also did electrolysis on one of them. Or, no, the one in the, right behind it. Didn't notice. That's the one I did electrolysis on. That one I just cleaned. It came out pretty good. Let's see. I think that's pretty well it for this board. Anyway, if you see something and you want me to tell you what it is, or you see something interesting, just feel free to put it in the comments there, and we'll definitely let you know. But I'm going to go ahead and stop this one before it stops itself. I don't know why it was doing, but it stopped itself twice in the same spot, and I know I didn't touch anything. But I really don't see anything else that is from this year that, you know, I kind of really wanted to highlight. But anyway, thanks for watching this part. All right, we'll move on. Hold on. The show must go on. All right, here's another little printer's, you know, drawer that we're filling up. I got this year. This was found actually in the murder lot, if you're familiar with that video. Just trying to see. I think I found that button this year, if I remember right. I know I found this year. This is a good luck. You put your name on it. It's like a little sheriff's badge type of thing as well. I tracked down the owner, and you know, I mean, he's lost that probably 40 years, and he didn't want it. You know, I can't think like that. If I lost something when I was a little kid, you know, I mean, each his own, but if I lost it, I'd want it, you know. I found that car on the end this year. One of these my granddaughter found metal detecting, which is pretty cool. But I know I found the one on the end there. I just found that recently.
My daughter found this lock this last year. I found these I don't know what that is. That's another hem weight though beside that. I think that's an old cap or something. I'm not positive. It's got like a lady's image on it. I found this, it's from 1931, I do believe. It's like a, award for a relay race. This is a play watch right there. That's kind of cool. But that's back in the day when they actually made stuff. I found this year. I have no clue what it is. It's got like two pins that would stick straight out. A lady suggested it may have been the thing, I forgot, Cabot or something like that the ladies wore around their neck. Found this Saul medallion, goes on a Saul this year. Found those two things. One's a little bell. Found my soldier this year. That's pretty cool. And I think I found that car this year. I can't remember. But anyway, that's it for this one. Just still filling this one up. So we'll move on. Stay tuned. Hey folks, welcome back. I just wanted to show, just feature my keys. Them's not all this year. I got keys everywhere, but that's just some of them. And then I just kind of want to feature my hatchet here. And that inlaid that Indian head penny, which I had found this year. But I found another hatchet like this year, and I'm going to try to do another one like this and maybe give it away or something like that for Christmas to somebody. I don't know. But anyway, I just wanted to feature that. All right, we'll show you the other stuff here in a second. Hey folks, welcome back. Going to go over some of my finds for 2021 and just show you what I ended up with for the year, and take a minute just to thank everybody for subscribing to our channel and also my Facebook page. And just a little shameless plug here, on my Facebook page, which is also entitled Family Treasures Metal Detecting, you will find a lot of educational things, and then I feature some finds that I give a little bit of history on or background, or tell a little bit about it, or try to give a little bit of helpful advice. I don't know how much help it'll be, but if you like that kind of stuff and would like to read a little bit about things and learn a little bit, then I would suggest and tell you to go over there and look at that. Also want to put a plug in for our Family Treasures Digital Metal Detecting Museum, which is just a museum I created online because I would really, really like to see a lot of people's collections. And, I can't walk into, your living room and see what you got in there. But if you take some short video clips about 3 minutes long of your cool finds, I'd love to see them. And if you'll, click on there, I'll, get you set up to, be part of, be a member. And then, like I said, I'd love to see your finds. And had a lot of really positive feedback on the concept, but not a lot of participation. So if you'd consider doing that, that'd be a great blessing to me. Like I said, I'd really like to see your finds. All right, that said, let me just kind of share with you what I ended up with over here. And these this row, and this row is just my Mercury Dimes. I gave quite a few Mercury Dimes away to the owners this year, and so anyway, these two rows here are my Rosies, as you can see, and there's these three here are my Mercs, and my two Rosie for this year, and this row here is my Barber Dimes. This row is my Silver Washington quarters. This row is my V nickels, or Liberty Head nickels, as some say. I've also heard them called V nickels, Victory nickels as well. This also is a row of V nickels. I found quite a few V nickels this year. And then these two rows are my Buffaloes. So V's, Buffalo, and there's my lone shield nickel for the year. There's a gold ring I found. I ended up finding 2 gold rings this year, and this one's really pretty. I also found another ring with it, but I think it was like titanium or something. There's a metal that is made, I forget what it's called, but they use it to make class rings, and they used it to make class rings a long time ago. Just a cheaper way to get a class ring, but it doesn't rust. It's kind of like stainless steel. But anyway, this is my second gold ring of the year. Only, like I said, got on two
2 gold rings, but this is 10K, and then this is CZ stones. I've never had seen a gold ring with CZ in it before. That said, though, there is my war nickels. The rest I got. I think I got 12 of those all year, but the rest of them in my books, like these here. And these are my Indian. This is my Indian head book over here. This is my extra. This is my overflow, and then this is my book to, from this flap right here. You can see I got one of the older ones. I had some just in a coin collection that was passed down to me. And then you can see all the green ones, of course, are the ones I've dug. And then you can see the brown ones that are not been dug. But listen, hey, just kind of give you a little overview of what I have here. I found 31 Indian head pennies for this year. I found 1 shield nickel. Of course, that is it right there. You can barely make it out. I didn't have a date. And then I found 16 V nickels, and again, that's this category, these 2 rows right there. And then I found 20 buffaloes and gave some of those away. Also, I found 12 of the war nickels, as I was saying already. And then I found 1 1840 seated Liberty half dime, which I'll show you in a little bit in my case. Then I found 2 seated Liberty dimes in 1891 and in 1882. The 1882 I gave to a homeowner. And then also on my Barber Dimes, I found 9 this year. And I found 34 Mercury Dimes. Like I said, I gave quite a few of those away. I forget how many's in those 3 rows right there. I counted them earlier, but I forgot. Then I found 15 Roosevelts. And then I found 1 Barber Quarter this year. And where is my Barber Quarter? It must be in my case over there. I just got to thinking about that because it was an unknown date on that booger because of I found it in a spill with a Standing Liberty quarter. And my Standing Liberty my 2 Standing Liberties are over there as well. But I had 1 Barber, and then 2 Standing Liberty quarters, as I just mentioned. I had 11 Washingtons here in this row, and then also 1 Barber half. And there's a couple of pennies I'm going to give to the homeowner. I just had them sitting out there. I got to give them to him. But anyway, hey, that is my total for the year. Ended up with 88 silver coins for the year. That's quite a bit up from last year. In 2020, I had 53. And then I had, like I said, I had 2 gold rings. I had 4 silver rings this year. And so I was thankful for all that. But anyway, we'll get to some of the other cool finds here in just a second. But just wanted to show you all these here real quick for the year. And we'll move on to the stuff I got in my case. All right. Thanks for watching this part. Bye. All right, folks. Hey, here we are for our favorite finds of 2021. So anyway, thank you for clicking on our video. And just kind of give you an idea, I have several displays. I have this really cool cabinet here that I decked out and made into my display case, or my main display case. But anyway, it's got 4 different compartments, and I'm going to try to break those down so I can kind of break up the clips. It's just a little bit easier to do when you're making a video and putting it together, and takes a little bit less time. Anyway, you folks that make videos, you probably know what I'm talking about. Alright, but that said, let's get into this, okay? And so we're going to start down here at the bottom section, kind of highlight some things that I really liked this year that I found. And one of those is this old, the lighting's just not perfect in here, so I'm going to try to zoom in and out. But this is just an old butter knife. It's a really old one, found in a very old yard, some early house, late 1800s, early 19. But I just like the design, and I mess around with some of my stuff, so I painted. I kind of wanted to see what it would have looked like back in the day, but I just like it. And so anyway, that was one. And then I got this, which is this is the mold. That's Play-Doh, if you can see it. But that's a soldier.
And I found this mold this year. I thought it was a baseball player just by the way that, kind of looks like a bat that he's holding, getting ready to bat. But as you can clearly see, it's a soldier. And I found that in our little town of 6,500. It makes you wonder, did they make those here or what, And then something else that I really liked this year was, this was my first complete all silver utensil. And, I have found parts, and I don't know if you can see where it says sterling right there or not, but anyway, my very first all complete, like I said, I found parts to utensils or silver ones, but never the whole one. So anyway, that's that. Let's see, I think this was kind of cool. This was a vintage bike tire plug. I don't know how in the world they use that, but because it's metal, and let me see, I'll show you what the other side looks like. This may be helpful to somebody if you ever find something like this. It's got like a little screw, and there's more to it, I do believe, if I remember right from Googling it, but I had to have help for what it is. I didn't have no idea. And then one of my other cool finds for this year was, wrong way, is this really awesome padlock. I thought it was military at first, but that's just a name brand of a lock. But I like these really, squared off locks. I think they're really awesome. And I'm afraid to stick that in there. I think it may lock. I bet it would. Here's some other silver. See the spoon bowl, and I found both those this year. That handle it's silver, but it's kind of a low grade silver. There's a way to test it, and when you put this acid test or whatever it is on it, it comes out green, red, like a bright red, I think, is the best high quality silver, and that came out green, so I know it's silver, but it's a low grade. I like this. It's like a little compact, nothing in it, but it's just a Catholic case that the priest would carry when he went, to somebody's home, if like for a shut-in or something, to give them communion. So that was kind of cool. Must have dropped it. This little pen, this little writing, this little mechanical pencil is really old. I kind of like it too. I don't know if you can see it very well, but that's pretty neat. Let's see, as far as in the bottom of this case, I think that's it. I got some, a bunch of extra buttons over there, some pretty cool ones, and some suspender pieces here, but I think that's it for the bottom of this case. Well, I like the little Model T Ford hubcap I found this year, but yeah, I think that's kind of it for this one. I probably missed something, but all right, let's move on to the next. But thanks for watching on this segment. Hold on, because there's quite a bit more. All right, folks, we're back. I got to hurry on this one because there's a lot of cool stuff in this one, but just stuff this year that really want to point out. This was really awesome. Oh man, the light's just not great here, but this is a black onyx, and I just happen to really love the design on it. That's probably early 1900s, if not earlier. And let's see, found this locket and this here locket in the same yard. It has a little girdle on it, if you can see that. Found this old token in the same yard that these were in. Let's see, this is just in here because I didn't never know. It's an old vintage ponytail holder, and this is pretty cool because it's like an early clown makeup. I think it's actually Max Factor, and I tried to get a hold of the company, but I wouldn't never couldn't hear nothing back from them. I found two of these this year. One was a little different. I thought they were the same, but after I got to looking at it, they were a little bit different. But this is the Excelsior shoe company. They made the Boy Scout shoes, kind of like what Nike does with it's just old shoe company, but that's their good luck token. On the other side is the swastika, and that was used as a good luck token back in the day. And here I got the two baby silver rings. Found them the same day, about 6-7 feet apart in the same yard. These are two brooches I actually found the same day. This is a World War I button, birdcage style button, and that's just another older button. Token I found this year. I found that this year. This is one of them story picture buttons that's all broke. That's actually a door to a patch box cover. It's a patch box door cover on an old Kentucky rifle. And believe it or not, it is. There's a kindled oil token. Let's see, this is I love my tokens. This is an old Starkey's billiard token. That's a red goose shoe. Some of this was last year. Oh, this was beautiful. I tried to paint this and it just don't do it justice, but that's inlaid with black onyx, and there's a lady, like a cameo cutout. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that was really awesome. This was found in the same yard. It's like a little locket. Painted that as well. Found a little part of a Croto bill. This is an Imperial World War I German button. I think was probably brought home as a war trophy, I'd say. Let's see, a couple V-nickels. These were just featured because they were in such great shape. You normally don't find V-nickels in as good a shape as both of them were, but they're awesome shape. Little lipstick tube. Let's see, little Betty Boop. Love the old key. This was cool. This is actually a shotgun extractor, shotgun shell. It wouldn't work on the modern shotgun shells, but I found an old one out there in my old junk pile and put it on there to kind of display it. But I thought it was like a candle, ring holder. This is probably my find of the year. It is one of the most historic finds of the year. It's actually the newspaper name, it's the headline of the paper, of our first paper in town. It should say the Massac Journal. It's missing the A and C right up there in the center of the screen. It should, where it says Mass, it should have an A and a C. It was broke off, but that was one of our first newspapers in our community. This year I painted also, but this is a really old 1923 makeup, and the stuff was still in it, the paper and the wax paper, and it was really awesome. This is a Puss in Boots spoon handle right there. That was a piece of silver I found, early cufflink not too long ago. There's some of my thimbles, parts of locks, just seeing if there is anything else in here. I think that's it for this section, but we'll move on to the next, okay? But thanks for watching so far. Hold on, and we'll see you in a minute. Bye. All right, folks, we're back. I'm going to have to do this one-handed because the lighting in here isn't great, so I'm going to kind of try to get a little flashlight and, hold on here, but I'll just start right here. This is a 1943 steel penny that was a spill, and you can see when it rusted around the other copper penny, and I just put it in my case. I thought that was cool. I found it like that. My very first ever mini ball. A lot of Civil War activity around here, but this was actually found in a curb strip. It was a drop mini ball. This is an 1840 seated half dime. I don't know if you can see that. It was found in the murder lot, if you're familiar with our videos. I didn't know what it was, but I knew it was like something because it was, it felt like a coin. It felt, strong and heavy, and so it was encased in concrete. Took me a long time. I had to use a special acid that eats concrete, but it's pretty cool. I wish I'd have known what it was at the time. It was kind of anti-climatic, if I can spit that out. 1891 seated dime. This over here, I'll start over here. This is my very first Eagle Eye infantry button. I found General Service before right there, but I found the bigger one day, and then the cuff here. Where'd it go? It's kind of hard to see. Right here, a day after or so. Let's see. Something else that's really cool to me is this is my first ever GAR button, Grand Army of the Republic. That was an awesome find. These are some music band buttons, Civil War period. This here's kind of cool. This is actually, folks, is a Navy button, but it's actually off a button belt. I don't know a lot about them. There's not a lot of info, and if you see this video and you know more about it than I do, man, I'd like to have some information. There's no shank on the back, and it attaches on 4 different corners, and so it's just kind of hard to explain. This was kind of cool. I found this, and the reason it's in here, it's just a hemway, but it had the thread still through it when I found it. These are really awesome cufflinks that are still connected, and I think that was really cool. This is a pretty cool find I found this year. This is good for 2.5 cents at the bar. This is the doghouse token. Just trying to see what else I got here that's this year stuff. Oh, this is one of my favorite tokens of all time. It says good for one glass of soda, and then on the other side it says W.G. Carruthers Druggist, Fairfield, Illinois. And I think that's really cool. It's just one of them old corner drugstores, you know, soda fountain drugstore type things. This is cool because I found both of these tokens about 6 months apart. Both are for Eccles Bakery, but they're different. And you can see the big one wrote there in the middle. The other one don't have it on the other side like that, so I thought that was really pretty neat to find that like that. I found this token this year. This is a Engel system token, if you know what I'm talking about on the other side. Man, my camera's not focusing like I'd like for it to. This is a Carriage Association pin. Trying to see some. This was pretty cool. It was a 1924 chauffeur's license for this year, for the state of Illinois, I should say. Found both my badges this year. Some Sunday school pins. Seeing what else I found in here that's pretty neat. But I think that's pretty it for this section, and so we'll move on to the next, okay? But thanks for watching, and we'll show you some other cool finds. Hold on. All right, folks, we're back, and I'll show you right off the bat. This is a good for 5 cents in trade. It says it's a saloon. It says like J.A. Cummings Saloon on the back, and I think that's pretty cool. I love my tokens. And this is pretty cool. It's my first ever complete pocket watch that was still, you know, not just a bezel or back or guts, and it has this porcelain inside faceplate, which is, I think, probably what saved it actually from being destroyed. Found that little watch this year. I was trying to think of what else I found. I found this little, I forget what these things are called, but it's a little spray. You put the little rubber thing and it'd spray the perfume. I found that in the yard, and I had this little bottle and I connected it, but I had to fix it. I don't know if you can see where I fixed it right there. It was broke, but I forget what those are called. Anyway, I get back to some of this other stuff. This here is old pocket knife I found. You can tell by the font. This is another old one. This is a Saturday Evening Post advertising for like 3 different magazines, but one of them was the Saturday Evening Post. This was one of my favorite silver rings. That's all silver. I don't know what the stone is. I couldn't tell you what that is, but it's like a kind of like a black onyx. It's a heavy old dude. Let's see. Oh, I found these where I found that spray mist thing for the perfumes. You know, it's like it's hard to explain. It's got like a little compartment. It's all metal, of course, but I wouldn't know what it is. I don't think it's like a cigarette thing. I couldn't tell you what it is. Found both of these. These are Engel system tokens, but they were from different proprietors in our community back in the day, but they're pretty cool. Let's see what else in here that I have that I'd like to highlight. Got an old French coin right here. I thought this was a token because I saw that hole missing. It took me a little bit to figure out that it wasn't a token, but can't really get it to focus very well. I think it's 1918 if I remember, or no, 1901. All right, let's see, what else do I have in here that I'd like to highlight. I got this little silver charm bear with a little aquamarine, if I could talk today. This is an Indian head penny that came from that murder lot. The home was being built from 1900 to 1902, and then the murders happened in 1926. So this is a definite period correct token. Here's my favorite Barber half of the year. Really awesome. And here is a silver pendant that I really like. It is really cool. It's one of my favorite finds of all the year. Silver pocket knife, found in the same yard, same day, same hunt. And then this is actually a pocket knife that's formed in the form or shape of the shoe. And then this token here, or it's not token, but it's a tool check tag, and it's for a flour mill in our town, and I was able to get pictures and everything of the old flour mill, and it was really close where I found it, where the flour mill was. Skeleton key I found in our local park. Don't give up on those local parks. If I can get it to focus, it ain't going to happen, I don't guess, but it's picking up everything underneath it, so there we go. Again, the AU Barber half. Let's see. This is a pretty cool token here because last year I found this one for 5 cents for GD Zettler, and then a GD Zettler 12.5-cent one. And then over here is a couple cool tokens. This one is for 5 cents for a loaf of bread. You see it. And let's see. There's some my Standing Liberty quarter. Let's see, there's my other Standing Liberty quarter for the year. Trying to see what else I could highlight from in here. It's a really cool old buffalo nickel right there. This had it's a black patina. It's just really hard to see. But anyway, that pretty well wraps up this one. No clock winding key there. But this wraps up this part of this case. But I hope you enjoyed everything. And again, we appreciate you watching our videos. And hope that you'll tune back in for 2022. Well, thank you again. Bye.